Hey you, we are back in Minecraft. We are not in Quillbriar today. We are in the district. Now we have decided that the district is going to be officially a colony of Quillbriar. The district has become very much a building server. We tried the Mad Pack, we tried the extra hard stuff, we tried the different themes and the things, and ultimately those are fun, but we weren't really getting involved. As you know, you play for a week and go, yeah, okay, I've done it. You know, and what somebody said the other day, it's like everything just gets too easy. Everything just gets too easy. It gets kind of boring. So we are now a lot more like Quillbriar. We do have a few more mods, although I'm going to be fixing that in Quillbriar soon. Anyway, we're building a lot of cool things. We now have maybe 30, 35, I don't really know, people on the server. We had a big event last night. I will be posting a bunch of those right after this. I'll be putting them up in little, you know, one event at a time. I'll be a whole series of videos because it was a long live stream evening. I'll tell you, we went on for 6 hours or something. It was a long time. I won't give you all of that. But what I'm here to do now is, when we invited the last round of new people in, we got together and created the District Olympic Stadium, and we had all our Olympic Park, District Olympic Park, and we did all of these different things. And I'm going to be showing you one at a time each venue within the center. This is mine. Now, when I say mine, or Miralos's, or Wicked Fairies, or Lizzie's, or Emma's, or Color Slides, it's not that they did them alone. They were absolutely the head person. They made the big decisions, and in a lot of cases, they did a lot of the work. This one was absolutely my baby. Lizzie came over and did some landscaping for me. Timber Fawn, Flying Scotsman, Katie. There was a number of people that came over and helped out with some bits and pieces, but most of it was all I've done lately. That's all I've been doing. I get to show it off now anyway. So, because Essentia, you know, our favorite mod ever in the world over on Twitch, and personal managers for 3 YouTubers and Twitch people now, 4 now, has been ill lately, the group on the server decided that we should name something after her so that she would know we're out, you know, we love her. When she's out there, we are missing her presence for certain. The Essentia Equestrian Center. She likes horses. She's my daughter. And since I was doing this one, they decided that that was a good idea. Now we have 4 main events here. There are others that can be added. There's a whole string of them that can be done here. But those are the 4 big ones: the Derby, the Grand National, Big Bend Memorial Cup, and the Hunter Classic. So this is what you see. Ooh, see the big building in back? We'll get to that next time. So this is what you see when you get here. Those are some medals that we were using for the competition that I haven't tidied up yet. I'll get to it. So I just show you around a little planting thing here in front. I will very quickly, yes, I'm in creative, so I can fly around and show you all these good things in a hurry. We'll just take a stroll through this side of the front of this building. Nothing fancy, just a nice little, you know, shaggy place. Apparently they don't even mow the lawn all that often, but you know, they probably get a goat or some sheep to come out and clean up once in a while. There's a little gazebo over here, and this one, oh, Kiwi has an escaped pig. Hey, Pickums, what are you doing? Aw, poor little goober. Anyway, we have a training ring over here. Now this is, well, not a training ring, more of a warm-up ring, although it could be used for training as well. You know, the owners can come out and sit on this small little place early morning, you know, to kind of see how their horses are working, or just before a big event, you know, they can show off a little bit and see what's going on. You can see the barn over there. There's a blacksmith shop in the back, another little barn. There's some paddocks there, but we're going to go inside first. Gonna just zoom along here. I'll show you this little bit of the yard. Nothing fancy, just, you know, because I'll be honest, I didn't have time. I might change some of this, you know, later, but for now, yeah, this is it. Little fountain here, tree with lights, another place to sit. If you just need to get away from the crowds for a while, you know, you might want to take a walk along here. And this place could be very crowded. Now, we have an attendant selling tickets, and he is always watching the races. Excuse me, sir. Hello, I'd like a ticket, please. You know, he's helpful, but he's always watching the races. Always, always. So I'm going to get a ticket. Could you tell me where the washrooms are, sir, please? And, oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You just go back to your races. That'll be fine. So you can come along here. Just trash can. We have a unisex toilet because I think that's cool, but you know, just in case the ladies get a little nervous in that, we do have an attendant on duty in there as well. And yeah, there he is. Hello. You're not really watching a lot, are you? Okay, that's not reassuring. Hello, sir. There you go. There you go. So he has a little office back there. No, I can't get in there because if I get in, he could get out. But there's, you know, a little bookcase, desk, a place for him to sit. And, you know, there are the washrooms, the toilets. That's all I got for toilets this time. And little rolls of toilet paper. And the doors and some of the other bits and pieces that you will see today are part of something called Carpenter's Blocks, which is like the best mod in the world. It's very, very exciting, and I'm going to be doing a series of recordings about that and a few other things, but get to that later. There's, you know, the sink. Those are just hoppers, but don't they make, you know, that'll work. A little changing table, yeah. Here's like the rolls of toilet paper you can rip off to dry your hands, and another trash can. I really have fun doing this stuff. Oh my God, it's so cool. And there are offices in a lost and found department back here. And you know, if you've lost anything, you can trot back here and hope somebody's around to give it to you. You know, with these staffs, they just run off, right? So just a little office back here, you know, copier machine, yeah, a printing press, you know, one of those. We get safes over there, you know, just bits and bobs, and this is where stuff happened. Now there's stairs up here, and I will show you that room. I should have done this side second. I'll show you that from the other side in a few minutes. So I am going to attempt to keep it daylight because it's just easier when we're showing you around and doing things like this when you're not being, you know, schmuckered by endless creepers and fun things like that. So along here there's just a few you know, a few little places where what's the word you know, when you have people come in and sell things during an event. Anyway, so Jamie here, whoever Jamie is, does show jumps for people, and there's, you know, some natural ones with logs and, you know, fake mushrooms and various jumps and this and that and the other thing. So he's selling his wares in here. We've got the Flying Timber Blacksmith Services and Supplies. Now we also have a mod in here called Tinker's Construct, which lets you make some pretty cool machines and some seriously elite tools and weapons. Okay, you can just, in all the colors, so all the different gems do different things. You can pick different materials because we have biomes of plenty. There's a lot more like ores and things like that can be used, and you build pieces. You'll build an axe head and the handle for it, and then, you know, the actual little thing that ties it all together, and you can do a lot of fun things with it. So I'll be showing you guys that too in the coming weeks here. And then we have just custom saddlery by Tomas Jones. Ask about show specials. And apparently Tomas makes little sunflowers. I agree, sunflowers are pretty cool. So just a wee little cafe back here, you know, when you get thirsty. Now there are a lot of restaurants in the Olympic Village. There's pubs, there's lots of places to go, but you know, if you're here at the races, you're not gonna have to haul like all the way across, you know, around the stadium, across the river, whatever, to get there. So you can come back here and just get some, you know, little snacky things. Poutine, yeah, I like that. So we have, you know, chicken, barbecue chicken and poutine, and fancy breads, and, you know, cake and pie, and there's always cookies, of course, and drinks. This guy's very attentive. He's actually really good. He is the one that seems to work the hardest, absolutely. And you come out the back here to a little tea garden, and we have an escaped horse as well. Oh my goodness, people were not putting away their little critters last night very well. But you know what, we'll round them up. It's all good. So we just have a little tea garden, or you can, you know, just set over here. Oh, it's all quiet. Tea is good for the soul. And it popped me inside. Okay, Well, that's fun. Excuse me. I didn't mean to get in your space, dude. I'm really sorry. I'm magical. So anyway, we've had something to drink. You know, we've browsed the vendors. That's what they are. They're vendors. There you go. I got this. Oh, yeah. So we're just going to run out here and have a look at what we've got to look at. So where would we like to sit? Oh my goodness, I don't know. Well, let's just go up and we'll check out the view from a few different places. Now here's kind of a fancy spot, but that's probably not for me. This is, you know, in case Queen Elizabeth or our Olympic Stadium here, we have got a place. And you know, like Will and Kate can sit right there, and yeah, you know, maybe Harry and whatever girl he is or isn't dating at the time. And then we've got, you know, we've got the little seats off to the side, and then there's more for, you know, the lesser ritzy folk. You know, places where they can put little snacks, and yeah, they got the view up here, don't they? There's the outside dirt track. We've got an inside turf track over steeplechase jumps. There is a show jumping ring over there. We've got the winner's circle over there, and a hunter jumper course on this side. And over here, because you know, people like that are not going to go down to the cafe, there is sort of a private little lounge tucked in back here, so they can, you know, have their champagne and strawberries and cookies over there. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, this is definitely the view. Yeah, I like it. I had such a good time doing this build. I think this is just the most awesome thing I've ever done in Minecraft. It was just, it's horsey, right? I loved it. So there's some more office places up here, and then, you know, you can go down into that other office space we looked at before. So, whoops, schmucking my head here. You know, the one thing I didn't do, or don't have here, is a bedding office, but that's not really too bad, because just out the front door into the door of the stadium, there's a bedding office right there. So it's kind of doing dual purpose for, you know, the facility rather than just this individual venue. So that's working out okay. So I'm going to come down here, and of course, you know, there's a little side wing there and a side wing over there. And again, on this side, we saw this a minute ago. You know, if you're an owner and you kind of want to come and check out what your horse is doing that day, you can come sit up here, or, you know, you're a bettor. You can just sit here and watch them during a warm-up of some sort, or see what they're doing, early morning tryouts and things like that. You can see them, you know, coming out of the barn, along the track from over here. Just, you know, a spot. And this could be rented for weddings, of course. You know, the Queen may decide to have tea over here instead of, she wouldn't do that in the tea garden. Nurse party or something like that. Yeah, I spent a lot of time thinking about this. Oh, I know. So I'm just going to take you for, we can start here and just do a really quick sprint if we're dealing with quarter horses or something like that, you know, and it just ends here in front, you know, in front of the stadium in the center part. Or they could go around the track once more and come up and end here. Or we could have distance races. They go on for 2 or 3 loops, whatever. I have learned only recently that horses have a lot of different speeds. They have different jump abilities. And it's great. Oh my God, it's so good. It's just, I loved it. I had a good time here last night. I don't know if anybody else did, but I had fun. Now, we were really pressed for time. We had already gone hours over, and instead of hauling everybody over to the winner's circle to hand out the medals, which is what I had intended to do, you know, have a picture of the horse and the owner or the rider, you know, one per medal. We ended up just putting the riders up here and snagging a quick picture, but going to have to fix that, because that is really not the proper way to do this. Just a little holding pen, you know, where horses can mill around in here when they're getting ready for the jump course. And if you are doing a steeplechase race, you would come in here and line up here. This is actually where this starts, and then you'd be going across, you know, going over this whole series of jumps all the way around. And there is a double combo, something that looks slightly different there. We got a water jump here, kind of a wide double thing. More And yeah, these things have been tested with horses and pigs. Water there. And then this one with some water to surprise them. And then they would go around one more time and end at the finish line in front of the stadium again. Now, the course we did yesterday, we did one race because, again, time constraints. And then we actually ended up doing this. This is the stadium on this side for the Big Ben Memorial Cup. Big Ben was Canada's finest ever, in my opinion, absolutely. In the opinion of a lot of people in the world. Canadian show jumper, and he was absolutely one of the best in the world ever. And he was known for speed on turns and agility. He was a big horse. He was 17 hands, for those of you that know what that means. And for those of you that don't, it's when you were sitting on the rail watching him like gallop up. His chest was like that big and he was up there somewhere. Like, he was just massive, massive horse who could do turns that were like nothing else anybody had ever experienced. Where, like, say there was a combo that was like over this jump, you know, and where a horse would come over and find it really difficult to make that jump, and that would be, you know, a test of a horse's agility. Absolutely. Ben would come over and turn it here and then crank up and get over it anyway. He was just an amazing animal. So this was the jump course we used last night, but we did it on pigs, which was actually kind of fun. So that was that course. And then if we also have a hunter course, which tends to be, you know, more natural. How you sit the horse is a little more important. There's some different prerequisites for it, you know, down through the water, not really a jump, but more of an obstacle, I guess. Get stuck like I do. Big turn here over this dead tree, up over the hill, and then down, which, you know, is again a real test of agility. And then there was a pretty sharp over here, up over the bridge, this in and out where you've got water at the beginning, you're caught inside, and you gotta jump out. Freaks out some horses. And apparently it's hard for piggies. So that's where the events are held. The jumps obviously can be moved, changed. I will absolutely be doing that. Yeah, because it's so fun. And then in the barn, man, I love doing this. I had so much fun. In the barn, we have stalls on both sides. And you can see they're nice. They're nice big box stalls, well lit. You see that view right there. It just makes me so happy. It's a barn. So they are box stalls. We got hay, we got water. Everybody's happy. Nice place to be, actually. There's stalls up down both sides, and then there's two larger ones in the back. And again, just, you know, an indoor arena. We've got some jumps for practice. Horses can, you know, just run along the outside if they're just getting worked or exercised. Now the posts here are actually, you know, for lighting, because things were spawning in here. But in this world, officially, they're just, you know, so you can do some nice figure eights and keep your horse supple and bending on the bit. You know, it's good. So over here, just a little viewing place again for owners. This would be a place where an owner's watching his horse being trained, where a trainer is checking things out. And then there is another layer for that, because I'm thinking, you know, this could definitely be used for auctions. We could be auctioning, you know, yearlings, upcoming jumpers, things like that. We could have an auction here. So there is this double layered, you know what I mean, viewing place. Now, when you get up here, there is a little spot back here for jockeys, for grooms. If some of them actually have to stay in the facility overnight, there is sort of a, you know, a bunk room here. We have showers, toilets back there, just in case they have to stay on site for whatever. There's some lovely places to stay in this village, I'll tell you, but some of them, you know, like to be right there with the horses, and that's true of a lot. And then they've got a little private place back here. It's out back where the crowds can't see them, and nobody, you know, much is going to be around, where they can, you know, barbecue. Oh, somebody popped some doodads there and didn't put them back. There's the barbecue. Isn't that great? This is a Chrissy and Flying Scotsman thing. They came and set up the barbecue for me while I was busy with something else. God bless their little hearts. Isn't that awesome? And then we have a bar. You know, we get 3 kinds of beer. I go for the dark, heavy stuff myself, you know, but that's me. So, you know, they got a place to relax. This is a very, very stressful time. You got to unwind a little bit. You know, you just got some chests here for gear. And this is the weigh-in station for the jockeys for the races. So the officials will be over here. They've got records, you know, different things that they're keeping track of here. We've got a lot of clocks all over because, you know, you can't be late for a race. And yeah, that's the weighing station for the jockeys. So it's out in the open, you know, where the officials can see it. This is the owner's lounge. The owners are going to be around checking things out, making sure everything's okay. So good stuff. So this is the owner's private lounge, of course. They have their own bar, places to sit, satin sofas. Yeah, it's melon blocks, but come on, it's green satin in my world. I love my world. My head is a happy place. So we have an attendant, you know, always on duty. This is the buffet table, you know, so the caterer can come in. You got to keep these people fed and happy, obviously. And then out the door, they've got their own deck, and of course they get to watch the races from here. If they choose to hang out here, they can still see what's going on. I figure most owners are going to be right there in front of the winners, too, you know, but some are, you know, it's like whatever. I'd rather be comfortable. So they have a choice, and owners need good choices. That's just the way it is. Yeah, I spend a lot of time thinking about this stuff, don't I? Okay, so back downstairs. I've spent a lot of hours, days, months in my life in facilities. You know, not exactly like this one, because here we've got, you know, a racetrack and sort of a hunter-jumper complex, and that's a little different from most, I would think. But, you know, bathroom there, that's supposed to be a full-length mirror, and I forgot to come back and change that to something a little more convincing. And then just toilet stalls again. Gotta have a thing in the barn. There is Oikers the pig. He is sort of a special little guy. Hey, look up, sweetie. Hello, Oikers. Be cute. He's like the mascot. He's the barn mascot. This is Dakota Rain, Timber's horse. Not the fastest horse in the barn, but we love him, and he has one of the big special stables. And again, you know, barn manager's office, no big deal. Just a place to get the stuff done. That's all. And these horses all need names. They've all got numbers. We're all numbered. We're very cruel. Our poor little horses. Boy, I hope it's happened to me. Somebody's been screwing with my doors. They broke it, they put it back, they messed it up. That's what's happened. I got this. Okay. So, carpenter's blocks lets you put up something that looks like that. You know what? This is so cool. This is the best mod in the world ever. And then you can color it. You have, you know, up and down could be 2 different colors if you choose to. And then you can take the hammer and just turn it into stuff. All kinds of stuff. That's what I'm using here. You could use that. Or you could have an invisible door, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense in the barn. I'm thinking you kind of want to know where your horse is, right? But there you go. And you will notice that when you put 2 together in this mod, they do open at the same time, which makes them amazing for getting animals through. It's really, really good. So, there you be. My barn. I love my barn. So over here, Chrissy and Timber came over, and Katie, yeah, the 3 of them, I believe, put together a blacksmith shop for me because I really wanted one, and I was just kind of running out of time. And Timber is also a horse person, so she had a real strong idea of what was required here. So we have our fire, we have a place to pound on stuff, we've got you know, water, a place to tie the horses. You know, when you're making shoes, you just nail them on. We've got a couple of stalls back here for horses that are waiting. This is also the emergency center. If something happens to a horse, that can be looked after, and a vet would, you know, go into that area to take care of the horse. Then there's, you know, this little place. We have a little kitchen going on here. There's a washroom through there, a little place to sleep. And again, you know, emergency services, somebody has got to be on site all the time. You know, depending on hours and whatever, they can come and have a rest should they need to. So the on-call doctor can come out. I'm hearing music from somewhere. Doesn't sound like Minecraft music. I don't know where it's coming it's coming up. Some commercials probably popped up on the browser somewhere, right? So we have a couple of paddocks here. The horses can just be turned out for a nice little relaxing afternoon. And then this is the little barn again. Timber and Flying Scotsman came up and put in for our little pigumses. So we just get a little wee barn back here. They do need special gear, obviously. Actually, I guess we can leave that open. Nobody's in there. Then we know. This guy, look at that. He was free and he stayed. Now we know why the other one is running around loose, though. See, you're a good little pig. How cute are you? Look up, sweetie. Hello. Pigums. And my pigums down here. Yes, isn't it cute? I have my little pigums down here going, what? You talking to us? Of course, it takes gear to ride them, so that's why you've got the chests for, you know, ropes and carrots on sticks and all those kind of things that keep them running nicely. And over here we have a little village. There is a river. If you just want to go out and ride in the wilderness, you can ride all along that river. That particular river covers the biggest expanse of one single solitary thing I have ever seen in Minecraft. It starts way up north and goes by umpteen biomes, and these are giant biomes and biomes of plenty. Each one of these biomes is about the size of, you know, 10 or 15 of them in Coalbriar, and this thing goes by several biomes, comes into this plain, and this is a place where a whole bunch of plains have kind of clumped together, and it's a big part of the map. And this river runs all the way through it and then passed out the other side. You know, you could just get beside that thing and you could ride for the rest of your life. It's fabulous. So there it is. Essentia, this one's for you, sweetie. And yeah, you can see the stadium in back framing everything. Isn't that massive? So this is the Essentia Equestrian Complex at the District Olympic Center, Olympic Park, I guess it's called. There's a nice bit of landscaping. I love that. Just a little pond, little tiny bit of a waterfall, and some great trees. And Lizzie did another one in the back, so the ladies having tea, you know, would hear the trickling of the water and have a nice little natural bit of something to keep their day pleasant. And you notice the rocks, guys. Check out the rocks, right? How cool is that? And there's, oh look, he escaped and went out and found himself a little friend in the wild. That's a talented little pigum, I'll tell you. He's pretty, oh my God, your little friend's a creepy little dude though, isn't he? No pun intended. Anyway, there it is. I'm done. That's it. And I will be showing you each and every venue in this park one at a time, because there are so many details. I love mine. I'm so happy with this because it was the most fun I've ever had doing a build. But I'll tell you, the people in this group have shocked me over and over and over with the details and the love and the care that they have put into their builds. They've really forced me to try harder. I've spent a lot of the time doing this feeling a little bit like the incompetent country bumpkin cousin, you know, who's in the city looking at the big players, you know. It was awesome. I love them. I love them to death. This has been so much fun. So until I see you next time, which is going to be a lot sooner than between last time and now, I swear. I'll see you soon. Live your life happy. Build it beautiful. Mwah. Bye-bye. See you soon. Remember to do like and subscribe and comments and all those fun things, okay?